Hey everyone, this is Dr. Drizzle. Thank you so much for allowing us to visit your school last week. A special shout out to Ms. Schwannekamp and all the fourth graders there who spent time with us learning. Thank you for gathering together in the gym, and thank you for making a difference in the world.
Welcome to Crossing America Live. So we're going to be visiting California, Arizona, New Mexico, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, and then we're going to end up back here in Indiana. We're going to start in Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. And we're going to talk a little bit about geysers. Some of you may have seen geysers before, but geysers are hot springs and they erupt every once in a while. In fact, one of the most famous geysers is called Old Faithful. And every 90 minutes or so, it erupts, and they call it Old Faithful because they can count on it. And although we're going to talk about a lot of cool things today, my goal is that you'll go back into the classrooms and back home and talk about this with your families and learn more about it. Well, it's going to be a little bit hard for us to create a geyser, but we're going to try. So, kids, what I'm doing is I'm bringing out something called dry ice. You'll also notice I'm wearing gloves because you cannot touch dry ice with your bare hands. If you do, it will cause a burn that could make you lose a finger. Don't worry, you're in good hands, okay? So this is frozen gas. It's frozen carbon dioxide. So we're going to try to simulate a geyser. And I'm going to use some hot water, and I'm going to pour it into each of these, and I want you to decide what you think is happening. I want to see how far we can go. All right, I want you to do it again. Blow it out towards me. Can we give a hand to our great helpers up here? Let's look at the science behind this. So dry ice is the solid form of carbon dioxide. So Yellowstone is known for the geysers. So let's go a little bit east to South Dakota, and we're going to visit the Wind Cave National Parks. So the name Wind Cave comes from the wind that naturally blows through the cave. So let's take a quick moment to look at the inside of Wind Cave in South Dakota. So something interesting, this cave is not a stalactite, stalagmite cave. It's more about box rows. So how do we pull the wind, the steam out of Wind Cave? So we're going to use wind bags. So there are long tubes that are open on both ends. So we're going to tie one end of this into a knot. And you know what? These are great, but I think we need a little bit more help. So I need 4 teachers to come up. So here's what we're going to do. In just a moment, their partners are going to stand far away from each other. One's going to hold the knotted end, and one's going to hold the other end. So if you guys can spread out a little bit, we're going to see which team can blow up their bag the quickest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. can beat all of them. So can I have you to be the in person? So, are you ready? 5. All science can be explained, and all magic is really science. So it wasn't that I was a better blower-upper or had more hot air. What I did that they didn't know to do is use something called Bernoulli's principle. And if you look at this drawing up here, that is an airplane wing. And when air blows across the wing and underneath the wing, it lifts it. With Bernoulli's principle, you don't have to close the bag a little bit. You actually leave the bag completely open and you blow to the sides and it fills it. That's how I did it that fast. So we're now going to move down to the west and south, and we're going to visit the Grand Canyon. So at the Grand Canyon, one of the phenomena that happens there is there are more lightning strikes at the Grand Canyon than other national parks. What? So we're going to demonstrate something called circuits. So each one of these friends are going to grab one of these. So I want you to hold it just with one hand and hold it up. So you notice that nothing is happening here, but if they use their bodies to complete the circuit, so fourth graders were talking about simple circuits right here, so completing the circuit. If they use their other hand to grab the other end, they complete a circuit. Go. So on our own, we can create a little bit of electricity or magic or collaboration, but when we work together and we think about being communicators and creative and critical thinkers, we have a little bit more of that magic. So I want you guys to hold where you are, but I want you to form a circle. So you're going to move, come towards him. Hold them up, guys. Hold them up. Can we give our little circuit breakers a hand up here? Next, we're going to California. We're going to Yosemite, where we're going to climb El Capitan. And El Capitan is one of the most famous mountain climbing rocks in the U.S. What I have here is what we call Newton's beads. So Sir Isaac Newton was this really cool scientist that talked about how an object in motion stays in motion, and for every action there's an opposite and equal reaction. So what happens with rappelling is that they hook onto these ropes through these little metal clamps called carabiners, and they push off of the mountain and they project or propel themselves off of the mountain. Instead of just dropping, they have to repel themselves. So I have these beads that are all connected. When I do this correctly, they're not just going to fall out of here, they're going to form an arc. And you should be able to see that if I hold it up. So let's see if I can get this to work. Set, go. Can we give these guys a hand? Thank you. So one of our national parks is called White Sands National Park, and it's in New Mexico. And a few years ago, well actually 1963, we started thinking about how great this would be a place to land shuttles or rockets. So we are now doing that there. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun as an homage to NASA is if we create our own rockets. So now they're adding H2O. They're adding just clear water to their tablet. And that's not going to do anything because water is stable. So they're going to drop in an effervescent tablet, which is going to cause the water to bubble and create carbon dioxide. If they don't put the lid on it, it's just going to bubble. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Drop it. You got plenty of time. Put the lid on tight. Turn it upside down and back away.
Oh!
Drop it. Put the lid on. That's enough. Put the lid on.
Put the lid on?
Put the lid on tight. Turn it upside down. The science behind that is the fuel, the water, and the oxidizer, the tablet, form together. The oxidizer caused carbon dioxide to build up. Because they put the top on, it built so much pressure that it had to get out. So when they turned it upside down, it was propelled forward. Really great activities that you can do even at home. In the national parks, it is against the law to pilot or fly a drone. But national park employees will sometimes fly a drone so that they can get aerial pictures, so that they can look at the research that's happening, so they can look at nature. These guys are going to fly a scoot drone. The way we keep it up is we keep doing this with our hands. It's motion censored. Ready, set, go. So help it, help it. See if you can get it to come back over. So, boys and girls, I would like to introduce you to our guest ranger today. This is Ranger Kip. He is a friend of ours from Indiana Dunes National Park. So, can you just tell the kids a little bit about what you do at the park?
Well, hi, boys and girls. How are you? My name is Ranger Kip, and I'm a park ranger at Indiana Dunes National Park. And what I do is I go out into the different environments in the park. I get to go hiking through the sand dunes, to our beaches, through the forest, the wetlands. And I usually take large groups of kids just like you guys, and I teach them about the plants and the animals out there and let them know that it's their national park and they can explore it and learn in their national park.
Well, Ranger Kip, today this group of students, about 500 from Plainfield School District, this is Guilford Elementary School, they are going to try to solve one of the challenges of water quality. And they've watched your video with myself and Ranger Kim, and they're going to try to create some wearable technology that people could use in their swimsuits or in towels or something they could carry to make sure that when they go anywhere into waters, that it can test to see if the water's clear. And I know that's exciting for you because that would be something they could share with the parks. But before we get started with this, I feel like we need to sort of give them a little encouragement to do this. So I talked to them, I talked to you about this, and I'm hoping you can get these guys and induct them into the Junior Ranger program today. This would be the biggest group ever we've worked with. So I have the pledge up on the screen, and I wondered if you would talk them through it.
Definitely love to do that. This is amazing. In the history of junior rangering, I'm not sure. I think this is the largest. Yeah, I've never done this before. This is amazing. This is great. Okay, guys, what I need you to do is all raise your right hand. And I need you to repeat after me. Okay? As a junior ranger, I, and say your name, promise to learn about and protect the plants, animals, and history of Indiana Dunes National Park. I will share what I have learned about national parks. And I will continue to explore our national treasures. Yeah, that's it.
But on behalf of Ranger Kip and the National Park Service and the Indiana Dunes National Park, we would like to tell you that you are now officially Junior
Rangers.
My last parting word to you is this. Get out and explore the areas, nature around you, and do everything you can to keep things clean and protect. And let's try to solve this problem for the Indiana Dunes National Park. I want to thank the teachers here who allowed us to come, and Ms. Schwannekamp, and especially the National Park Foundation for providing all this for us today. So thank you so much, everybody.
Can I ask a question? If they create inventions, whether it's at home or at school, how can they share those with you so that if they have a really good idea or something that they would really use, that they can share that with someone?
So they can do a video or a photograph of their ideas. And we want you to do that because the national parks will really look at those. And we want to have you a part of the solutions to the problems that we face in the national parks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Hi, my name's Carissa Schwannekamp, and I teach 4th grade at Guilford Elementary in Plainfield, Indiana. I've had the privilege to work with Expeditions in Education now for over a year. We have participated in Crossing America this year, the partnership with the National Parks Foundation and Expeditions in Education. My kids have traveled all over the United States through these challenges and through these virtual events, and things I cannot bring into the classroom in any other way. Specifically today, they came and hosted a Crossing America Live at our school for 500 plus students. It was amazing. And what you have to remember is the kindergartners and first graders have never experienced a full school convocation due to COVID. And so for the first time, we were all together as a school, and I'm so glad it was to experience Expeditions in Education's Crossing America, because the kids were cheering for each other when volunteers would come up to take part in these STEM experiments and to learn more about how it relates to the parks that we learned about, and how rappelling would relate to El Capitan. And it was just to stand back and watch as a parent and as an educator. There is nothing like this, and this is what I truly believe we need to be bringing into our classrooms and into our school on a consistent basis. And we love that we were able to connect Indiana Dunes National Park here with students in Indiana. I hope many of them will visit our only national park in Indiana and our closest national park. One amazing part of the program today for Crossing America was that we got to touch base with Park Ranger Kip from the Indiana Dunes National Park. so that he could induct 500 students into the Junior Ranger program. And I heard it's the largest one ever for the kids to be able to be a part of the program all at once and take the pledge. And I think a lot of kids are going to be motivated now to visit our only national park in Indiana. What's been really great through the process of joining in on these Crossing America virtual trips, I have so many kids that are visiting the national parks during breaks. Just on spring break last week, I had a student visit the National Mall and meet up with Park Ranger Jen. And that's so special because Park Ranger Jen has been a cheerleader for our class all year. She has Zoom called with us. She FaceTimed during Peak Bloom to show the kids what Peak Bloom looked like at the National Mall. We worked with her on the Tidal Basin project. She took us on a virtual trip for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's just been an amazing connection. And to see pictures of one of my students visiting her on spring break, that is all it takes for us to realize these connections are real and the kids feel it. And he told her he thinks he may want to be a park ranger when he grows up. Other students visited Mammoth Cave and Zion National Park and Grand Canyon National Park. And I hear from parents all the time saying, thank you so much for instilling a love of the parks in my kid because they want to experience nature and they want to plan these trips. And what a great way to experience it as a family. So I just wanted to say thank you one more time to Expeditions in Education and to the National Parks Foundation for partnering so we can bring such authentic real-world learning to our students.
My name is Finlay.
I am Isaac.
My name is Caleb.
My name is Bryden.
Hi, my name is Lola.
Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, I'm Aiden.
Hi, my name is Olivia.
Hi, my name is Sam.
Hi, my name is Roxy.
Hi, my name is Callan.
Hi, my name is Lilbeth.
Hi, my name is Katie. My name is Wesley, and I like national parks because of how naturist they are.
The thing I like most about national parks is how pretty and what wildlife is there. I like the wildlife there.
My favorite thing about national parks is the differences in their wildlife.
And my favorite thing about the national parks is the wildlife history and how pretty they are.
And my favorite things about national parks are the differences in them and their wildlife.
My favorite thing about the national parks is just being in nature and all the wildlife.
National parks, to me, I really like them because they're in nature and I really like nature and I like being outdoors.
My favorite thing about national parks are their amazing views.
I like the national parks because they're all beautiful and the history is awesome.
My favorite thing about Crossing America was learning different things about the parks and how to help them.
From Crossing America, I've learned about trying to help save a lot of national parks with their problems.
I've enjoyed everything we've done on Crossing America.
I enjoyed going around all states I've never been to and seeing all the national parks.
My favorite thing about Crossing America is learning about all the parks.
I have learned a lot with Crossing America. My favorite part, the thing that I've enjoyed about it is helping save them and learning more about national parks.
Crossing America has taught me to care more about the animals in nature.
My favorite part of today is doing the painting.
My favorite project today was the painting. And my favorite thing that we did today was the painting.
My favorite thing about today would be the painting.
And my favorite part about today was painting.
And my favorite thing about today was brainstorming for our ideas.
I loved the presentation, especially the part where you mixed the rocket fuel with water and it went almost to the ceiling.
Today, my favorite part was the dry ice.
Today, my favorite part was the rocket science and in the morning.
Well, I really liked watching the rockets because of how the materials just made it so that it went so far into the air.
Today, I liked the painting project.
Today, I really liked our painting project we did.
Today, I really liked painting on the tins.
My favorite is New River Gorge.
My favorite place is Zion National Park.
My favorite national park is Zion.
My favorite park is Biscayne National Park.
My favorite national park is the Grand Canyon National Park.
My favorite park is Denali National Park.
My favorite national park is Acadia National Park.
My favorite national park is Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
My favorite national park is Glacier National Park.
I don't have a favorite one because I like all of them.
My favorite park, it's really hard to tell because, well, they're all just amazing parks.